very good morning to you. You are watching Entrepreneurship Tuesday here on Y in the Morning. And I am Hilda Wadidi. And just before we bow out, we must talk about gambling in this country. And earlier this year, the minister, the CS in charge of Interior, issued a crackdown on all gaming machines across the country, and that has faced some very serious resistance from stakeholders. And with us in studio, we have one stakeholder. He goes by the name of Sammy Kahiu. He is the chairman of the County's Amusement and Gaming Society of Kenya. Say good morning.
Good morning, viewers.
Yes. And if you do want to participate in the conversation, do slide into our DM. The number is 22162. Start with Y254. And today you're in studio because we are going to have a big event tomorrow for stakeholders in your industry. Why do you feel as if Mr. Fred Matiang'i or Dr. Fred Matiang'i is wrong for the move that he's making against the gaming machines in the country?
One, I think, Hilda, the CS did not consult with the Kenyans. And in this particular case, the ordinary Kenyans. Number two, we also feel like he's really discriminating between now the ordinary Kenyans and now the who haves and the have not. Because if you realize these people, the other people who are running any other form of betting, like most of the media stations are doing the same business. Telecommunication companies are doing the same, and then the online sports betting companies also are doing the same. In fact, theirs is even more worse. It's unregulated. And you fail to understand why when an ordinary Kenyan want to do the same business, then it stinks. It doesn't look well. And instead of doing it in a well-organized manner, just to tell Kenyans, these ordinary Kenyans, where are you wrong on this and where do you need to rectify, which we are always ready. We've done so many letters to him. He decided to go confiscate and destroy against a court order. There's an existing court order with these young people outside there. And the matter is still going on in court. But instead of following the procedures that are supposed to be followed, he decided to destroy through fire an illegal action. Through, to me, I'll call that arrogance of the highest order, without really following the guidelines of the court. I really don't know why he's doing what he's doing. It really doesn't sound good.
Well, on the side of the government, they claim that the crackdown is because these gaming machines has really created a kind of a menace amongst the youth because they are gambling a lot. People from all walks of life, like you're saying, from the high and the low, people have started getting these machines and people are now gaming, and even school-going children, according to the government, are now engaging in these gaming facilities. Why is it that you guys feel that it has helped the youth instead of what the government is talking about?
Hilda, I think when you look at these things, they are played at the county level. The machines are owned by the local youth down there. The money remains there. But now in these big multinational companies, most of the shareholders, the biggest shareholders are foreigners. And these are the people who actually control. And to be very honest with you, he is not documented in any one single case, whereby we have a report in any police station where there are keys that were found and the guy was arrested, because even if you have a court order, it will not allow you to do an illegality. So in my own opinion, what I want to say is that to me, those allegations are not, they are false allegations. They are not true. And then number two, our machines are physical. When you compare with the other one that is online, you wonder which one would have more negative effect. Which one would be played even in your own house. Because when I realized these machines are also actually in my own house, and then, and then the government is saying that whatever that I want to do is illegal, illegitimate. To us, it's like the minister is trying to protect now some other interest. We feel like, the interests that are being protected in this particular case.
What other interests are these that are being protected?
To me, I think I would say it's commercial. Because if it's not commercial, it's very honest, yeah? I think there are avenues of discussing with Kenyans, ordinary Kenyans. And I think under Schedule 4 of the Constitution, Kenyans have a right to own a business. And to us, we feel like right now, we should be told there are two classes of citizens in this country. First class and second class. So that you can accept our position. If you are second class citizens, there are businesses that you are not supposed to run. But you don't understand why other people are allowed to run the same business unregulated, because you realize they advertise everywhere. And everybody, there are no regulations on who is going to participate with their phone. They will say, okay, fine, people registered for SIM card 18 years. But the truth of the matter is, you register a SIM card for your kid. They'll be able to download the application. Why is it that this thing, it doesn't look good when an ordinary Kenyan youth is doing it because they own their own machine, they struggle to buy their own machines, then somebody decide to go and destroy them. As you know, Hilda, even drugs, you cannot decide to confiscate drugs today and destroy. You have to go to court, take the culprits to court, and then after that you get a court order to destroy drugs. Then why do you come and destroy my property as a Kenyan? And that's what I'm saying. We belong to two classes in this country. The citizenry. Where does it end? To me, I think it only ends in voting. One man, one vote. That's the only place that we are equal. But beyond that, it's just like those people who you know, the NYS scandal. You know, you can't say that you're going to ban their properties or anything like that. If you are to take their properties, then you have to go through the court process. Then I really don't understand when the judiciary is attacked, which is actually the poor man's refuge. We really left wondering, now where are we as citizens of this country? And we need to be told, if you belong to the second class citizen, then you accept our position. These businesses don't belong to you. And then we can look for other businesses, shoe shining, and you know, because that's what he said. But if the other companies are doing betting in this country, why is it that a young person or an ordinary Kenyan is not allowed to run the business? If they have issues, can we sit down and regulate where you think we are going wrong? When you say that ours, you know, like the way I'm saying, ours is physical. If there's a kid playing today, you can see there's a kid playing. But I really don't understand the innovation of Kenyans themselves, yeah? And that they decide this is a business that we want to do, but then the government decides to do something that is very much unlawful, to go and destroy, you know, an act of arson to people's properties. I really don't understand where the CS is getting this from.
Okay, you mentioned previously that it's not only Dr. Fred Matiang'i who was against the whole gaming and betting and gambling issue. You also mentioned that Nkaiseri himself, the late Nkaiseri, was against it. What's the difference between the approach that the both CSs had taken on the issue?
Yeah, Hilda, I think with Nkaiseri, where the whole court battle started is a letter that he drafted. But then he was not arrogant. He was very understanding, because after that, we did a letter to him, and he was very impressed. He passed the letter down to the PS and to the department that is concerned to see how can we sit down and regulate. Unfortunately, the cruel hand of death took him away before he concluded that. And you know, we were shocked to see now a new CS taking over and having a very, very bad approach actually to the whole issue. Because one thing that I want to say, Hilda, yes, there are areas that we really need to work on.
Yes, I was actually going to ask then, okay, fine, we can agree that this thing has its pros and cons, but what regulations you as stakeholders do you feel should exist in terms of control?
The government failed to give us regulations and what we need to follow. So when I formed the society, we decided to have our own internal regulations and a very strict code of conduct. But now you see now, since the government is not there, like when they are complaining, to work together with us or even consult and see the best way forward, now those who are following the regulations, they tend to lose business, just like in matatu industry. If you don't want to follow, then you'll have more trips. So in my society, we have some rules. Like for one, you are not allowed to keep the machine outside. The number two, you have to keep the machine in an enclosed environment. And number three, or a bar. And then you need to have something that is covering what is going on inside the room. And then you need to have somebody on the door to control who is entering. When we say that we need to start promoting responsible gambling, this is what we try to struggle with in our society. And this is to protect the underage and the vulnerable groups. Yes. When you talk about the vulnerable groups, you talk about those people who have mental challenges and those people who are struggling with addiction. And then also, you know, the government is also failing in its own side, yeah? When you allow people to advertise left, right, center without any disclaimer or anything like that. And then also at the same time, you don't give public education. You know, Kenyan youth need to be educated. You cannot make money through betting. You cannot start betting today saying that you are making money. Betting is a way of entertainment, according to what I understand. And this is through our society. So you bet to get entertained. But you see now the government should come up with ways of educating the Kenyan public. Because some people feel or think you can make money through betting and you do it as a business. No. Betting is a way of entertainment. You know, pata potea, you may get it. You know, but the government, instead of regulating the way we are advertising, instead of giving public information, the best they can do is to go and destroy that poor man's machine through fire against the court order. And these people have licenses from the county.
Okay, you keep mentioning the court order that restrained Dr. Fred from doing that. However, we'd just like to clarify. You said it only exists for the members of the county's Amusement and Gaming Society of Kenya.
Yes, actually the restraining orders does not cover everybody. it covers the petitioners in that petition who are members now of the society.
Okay.
And it's so easy for the CS to implement the crackdown, which we are ready. Actually, we can even help him or support him to streamline. You know,
okay.
We can work with him. We are ready to work with him to have the right people who are ready to comply to be allowed in this industry. Yes.
All right. Then let's talk about what you guys are going to do tomorrow. Let's talk about the demonstration. What can we expect? Where will you be?
We have people coming from across the country, from all counties, members of this society. We are going to converge and have a peaceful procession with one single purpose, to demonstrate to Kenyans and also to pass our petition to the relevant authorities. We'll pass a petition to Parliament, and then we'll do another one to the DP's office, the President's office, but the main one is to take it to the CS himself and tell him that, you know, you don't need to fight us through destroying our properties. We are Kenyans, and if you really believe that we are Kenyans and we have equal shares in this country, if you really believe in that, can we sit down and you tell us where we need to work out, what we need to sort out? Even us, if there are areas that we need it sorted out, we can work it out with him. But because we've tried that, that's why we decided we'll go to his office. Atuone ndio akubali achukue petition, hata akikataa ni sawa sawa. But you're going to do that. The youth of this country will come out tomorrow. Those people who run this machine, they'll come out and they'll come and you'll see them. And you'll take the petition. If you want to act on it, it's okay. If you don't want, it's okay. But we are open. I mean, we want to have a dialogue with the government. We don't want to fight with it.
All right, sawa sawa basi. That was Sammy Kahiu for you. He is the chairman of Counties Amusement and Gaming Society of Kenya. And as you have heard, tomorrow there will be a demonstration. Do not touch that dial. I am Hilda Wadidi. Shiko Kaitani is coming through with Hello Day.